Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and this is going to be my follow-up to the 100K subscribers giveaway video that I posted last week. And I know I originally said I was going to give it 1 week and then announce the winner, but I had more and more comments and Instagram followers just trickling in, so I decided to give it about 10 days. I let it go a few days extra, and then I ended the contest. And this video is going to be announcing the winner, plus I'm going to answer one of the requests I get quite a lot in the comments on my videos, and that is, what do I eat in a day? So you can see here, I got my laptop with me right here, and what I did is I took all the users on YouTube who left a comment on that 100K giveaway video. I put everybody into a spreadsheet in Google Sheets, and what that did is it put a row number to everybody's name, so everybody had a number associated. I also deduplicated, meaning I removed any duplicate comments, because some people left like 3 comments or 5 comments, and I didn't want that to increase their chances of winning, so I deduped all of the entries, so everybody gets 1 entry. And then what I did is I went to a random number generator. I just Googled for it and found one. And using that random number generator, I set a max of 313 because that is the number of rows in the spreadsheet. There's 313 entries, and I generated a random number. And that came out to 311, which is really close to the last number, but it was indeed random. And the 311th entry was someone named Tanay Singh. So congratulations to Tanay Singh, you have won the Base Blocks Trainer and the Strong Blocks, right? I verified you're a subscriber here on YouTube. I'm just going to contact you for your Instagram username, verify you're following me on Instagram, and get your address, and then you'll receive your Base Blocks and Strong Blocks. So I'm the kind of person who I feel kind of bad for the 312 people that entered and did not win. You know, I know what it's like to be disappointed. So the best I can do, I can't send you all equipment, but what I can do is remind you that if you go to baseblocks.fit, you can get any of their equipment and you can get 10% off your order using my discount code -10. All right, and not only does that get you awesome equipment, but it also helps out Minus the Gym in the process. So I really thank you in advance for anyone who uses my discount code to buy their equipment. All right, so what do I eat in a day? That's the kind of question I've been getting here and there in the comments, and I wanted to answer it. And what I did is the other day I recorded all of my meals that I ate. Now, I typically, it's about 50% of the time lately, I've been doing intermittent fasting and I skip breakfast. But for this video, I made sure it was a day where I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I also had a snack, okay? So I recorded how I made all those meals, and I'm going to show you exactly what I ate. For breakfast, I had one of my go-to smoothies. You may have seen this in a previous video, but I especially like it this time of year in the fall and winter. And this is my peanut butter chocolate black bean smoothie, okay? It's delicious, it's really filling, and it's one of my go-tos, so check it out. For this peanut butter chocolate smoothie, I started off with soy milk, putting in about 2 cups of that into my blender pitcher. Then I add about 1 cup of black beans, and these are a nice protein boost for the smoothie. And then 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder, that gives a nice chocolatey flavor, followed by 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. I like to use natural peanut butter. And then 3 cups of baby spinach that I cram in there. And then I just add 3 really ripe bananas into the mix. And this is the blender from a side view, so you can see the soy milk at the bottom with the black beans down there, and then the peanut butter and cacao powder above that, and then the spinach and bananas on top. And then I blend everything up, and I let it blend. I gradually bring it up to high power for about 20 seconds, and that makes it nice and smooth. The end result is my peanut butter chocolate black bean smoothie that is one of my go-to smoothies. It's pretty high in protein and just really filling. I mean, a lot of people complain that smoothies don't fill them up, but this is almost 32 ounces of really filling smoothie, and it holds me over for up to 6 hours after I drink it. So that's the smoothie. It's absolutely delicious, and it held me over the entire morning. And then right around, I think 1 o'clock, like early afternoon, I was hungry again, and I made myself some lunch. I had some wild rice on hand that I'd been wanting to make. So what I did is I cooked up the wild rice and made a quick stir fry out of it. Stir fries are one of my go-tos, and for this one, I made some wild rice by putting it into a pot of boiling water,
stirring it around, and then covering it and letting it simmer for about an hour. When the rice was almost done cooking, I went ahead and sauteed up some onion. Actually, they were shallots because I was out of onion, and some garlic. And then I added in some green pepper and mushroom and just fried that up. Once everything was all nice and cooked, I added it to the rice, and that was my lunch. Now, normally I would make some sauce for this, but some salt, pepper, and parsley just made it really delicious.
Again, most people would want to make a sauce if they make a stir fry like that, but I've been eating this way for like 9 years and my palate has really adjusted. So sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I just don't make a sauce and I just eat grains and vegetables, and it's still pretty good. I do have a couple sauce recipes on my Instagram, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. They're somewhere in the feed. And if you want, let me know down below in the comments. I will make some videos about sauce recipes. Then in the mid-afternoon, maybe around 3:30, 4 o'clock, I started to feel hungry again, so I had a quick snack. That was just a chocolate protein shake that I washed down with some fruit. I had a couple clementines and a persimmon. And a persimmon is actually a fruit that I didn't even know about before I started eating a more plant-based diet in 2011. But man, it's delicious. You just gotta make sure they're ripe when you find them. And a quick side note, if you're not the kind of person to like branch out and try new foods, there are a ton of fruits out there, and I highly recommend just, you know, trying any kind of fruits you've never experimented with before, because they're actually really delicious. A lot of them are very tasty. And then a couple hours later, it was time to make dinner, and it was my night to cook. So I said, I'm making a big pot of soup for the whole family, and I went with a delicious lentil soup that my wife and daughter really like too.
For the soup, I sliced up some celery, yellow squash, and some carrots that I had on hand, and I love making soup because you can combine almost anything and it tastes good. I use about half veggie broth and half water when I make soup. So that was the veggie broth, there's the water. I added some fire roasted tomatoes, and here are the lentils. I actually did 2 cups of lentils in this because it was a big pot of soup. And once the lentils were in there, I added in those veggies that I chopped up previously. So the veggies are the kind of the heart of it, and then I added some garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, and some dried oregano. Stirred it all up, brought it to a boil, and then let it simmer for a good 30 minutes so the lentils were thoroughly cooked. And then I add a few handfuls of spinach or any kind of green at the very end and let that wilt. And then here's the end result. It's a really colorful, delicious lentil soup that even my family really enjoys. And I highly recommend you try this if you like soups. This is a really good one.
That lentil soup is really good, so make sure you give it a shot. I'm gonna put the recipe in the description down below, along with the recipe for the breakfast smoothie. Okay, but the lunch, that stir fry, I just winged it. It's not really a recipe, so I'm not gonna put anything for that down there. But also, I wanna say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every view and every comment on that 100K subs video. They were awesome comments. They really fueled me to keep going, and you guys are just amazing. One more thing I wanna mention, for the 312 of you who didn't win, I just wanna remind you that I have that discount code -10. So if you're interested in checking out Base Blocks, don't forget about that discount code. It'll help you out, and it helps me out in the process, all right? And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.